Welcome to the first episode of a new web channel I'm starting called Rum, Coke, and Code. My name is Zach, and I will be taking you through various cybersecurity topics of discussion. I hope that you enjoy your stay. If you want to find me, my handle's on my left, on my right, and you should be able to find me there on Twitter. Now, without further ado, let's pick a topic of discussion to talk about. Now, I am going to be discussing today the importance of multi-factor authentication. In a nutshell, multi-factor authentication combines something you know, your password, username, PIN number, etc., with something you have as one of many examples, such as your phone, which you can have your one-time password on, hash-based one-time passwords, time-based one-time passwords, which are the standard thing that resets every 30 seconds. You also have hardware tokens you could also use here as well. Now, most companies are also moving to utilizing something you are, which is biometrics, voice prints, fingerprints, iris scan, things like that. And this is where things get a little complicated. See, people are concerned that their data is being used without general oversight as to what it's being used for. Some people are concerned that their usage of a thumbprint, for example, could land them in hot water with, say, the authorities, as an example. For people who, have a misdemeanor on their record, but they haven't disclosed it to their company, now they have their fingerprint, they can run it through a database, and then here we are. Obviously, that's not something that we're going to be discussing in detail because I'm not familiar with the process required to do that kind of research, as I'm not part of the law enforcement at all. Sorry. That being said, we're also going to discuss the fourth thing that is now being added to a lot of authorization strategies is somewhere you are. This includes your IP address. This could be a geofence for like, let's say you have a phone that you use to keep track of stock. Well, now if you go outside the company's footprint, the phone could lock, for example. That would be basic geofencing, something you can take a look at as an option. Now, the reason that these are so important is, let's just say, for example, I was a bad actor and I wanted to get you to do what I tell you to do. I'll send you an email that says you need to reset your password. Now, if you're smart, what you'll do, instead of clicking my email, which is obviously going to be a fictitious email, you're going to go to your employer and say, I received this suspicious email. And if you really want to, you can reset your password with your employer, not with me. I'm the bad actor. I am the person who your company is worried about. And the more hurdles I have to jump through to get that access, the better. Because in order to compromise two-factor authentication, just at a surface level, we're not talking about exploits that can be run at this point. I have to get a hold of your employee. I have to tell them that they need to click on something. They need to click through it, get past whatever IPS or IDS you're using to detect this kind of stuff. And then I have to get them to click an icon on their phone, a push notification, or some other method to confirm that second factor of authentication. This increases the difficulty dramatically because your employees know that they're not supposed to be. My phone is wobbling. Your employees know that they are not supposed to be doing that kind of thing. And if they're a smart employee or resourceful, they will report it. And that's going to add that email address that I used to a list of things that is not supposed to be allowed on the network. This is the important part because the more data that you can collect as an employer of where these attacks are coming from, the better prepared you can prepare your employees. The biggest factor of all this, though, doesn't matter if your employees are not educated in the fact that if you see something, say something. The golden rule is if it seems suspicious, it probably is. This will be it for today's run of Rum, Coke, and Code. My name is Zach, and it's been a pleasure talking to you all. Hope you both have a great day, or, well, all of you have a great day, really. And if you feel like you want to comment below, I'd be happy to answer any questions I possibly can. This is just the pilot episode, if you will, and I'm not sure how well it's going to take off. So, depending on how this episode goes, we'll see where it goes. Thank you for coming by and enjoy your drink.